and she was like, we need to go to a new place in to go drink. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. And we were with Sam, and Sam was off doing her thing for like an hour. So we went, found a bar. It was a spur of the moment type of thing. We went there. It's called Butler's Easy over in Phoenix. And
what area?
It's like let me see. It's
like the ghetto.
I wouldn't call it the ghetto, but it looks like. It looks like it should be in Mesa, but it's between like Dunlap and Northern.
Oh, okay. So
on 7th Street. So it's Central Phoenix, But it is. We went in there and it was not a dive bar, and I was like, "Wow, this place actually has like nice seats. They had like games, but the drinks were really expensive. But the mixologist was really cool. He was fun. He was
bartender.
No. I'm serious. He knew how to make drinks, not just here's some Coke and whiskey and have a good time.
Bartender.
It was mixologist, and that's what they do. They take a bunch of different types of liquors and alcohols and shit, and they combine it and make it a really, really nice drink, and that's what it was. And they even had like floral and rosemary and mint, like fresh, to put in your drinks.
Oh my god! Did you go to a hippie bar?
No, it wasn't a hippie bar. It was a really nice place. Like I definitely recommend it. Okay. But anyways, it was guy's name there was Seth. In case you're listening to this, Seth, check us out.
Did you tell him about our show?
No, I didn't. I didn't really think it was.
We need to start bragging about it.
But
hey, so that's great. Bar story.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Cool.
Alcohol.
We need to check it out sometime. So I heard on the radio they were doing a mental age test, and I already did it, but I wanted to do it live here on the.
How many questions is it?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh. Okay.
So, let's start. What is your real age?
27.
Okay. Here we go. And let's begin. I have my principles. True, false, or neither?
True.
Okay. I don't want to think about complicated things. True, I don't like thinking complicated things. False, I'm okay with complicated stuff, or neither?
False.
Okay. I spend most of my time on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Reddit, Messenger, TikTok, Roblox, other, or... Sorry, it's my secret. Yeah, you're on all of them.
Well, yeah, I'm on a lot, but I don't spend most of my time on them.
Well, which one do you feel like you spend most of your time on?
Oh, I have to choose?
Yeah.
Be like Facebook and Reddit.
Either one. Which one? Facebook or Reddit?
Let's just say Reddit. It's easier.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Facebook for you, but okay. Tears come to my eyes very often. Yes,
false.
no, or neither?
No.
Okay. Some people tell me, quote, you're like a middle-aged person, end quote. Yes, no, or neither?
No, I wouldn't say.
Okay. I get angry quite often. Yes, no, or neither?
No.
That's a lie.
Fuck you, dude.
I like to be friends with those older than me. Yes, no, or neither?
Yes.
Oh, shit. What the hell? Oh, okay, we're good. I don't like to get up early in the mornings. True, I don't like to get up early. False, I like to get up early, or neither?
I'll say neither because I have to, but I don't like it.
Okay.
So
neither. I care about my clothes and hairstyle. True, I
False.
care. False, I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. I say, come on, or it must be a great day to myself every morning when getting up.
False. Absolutely.
I know that, quote, all reality is a phantom and all phantoms are real. Yes, I've heard of this. No, I have totally no idea what this means.
No.
Neither.
No, I don't know that.
I don't know what it means neither.
Yeah.
It's quite, I would like to get into it, but yeah. I always act before thinking. True, false, or neither?
False.
Okay. I will be sleepless before a long journey. True, false, or neither?
I'll say true.
Okay. I don't know what's popular among young people. True, I don't know those stuff. False, I know those stuff, or neither?
I'll say neither because I don't know what, like, the words that they come up with every fucking... Like, I didn't know what glizzy meant until, like, a week ago.
Oh.
That means hot dog. I don't know.
Oh,
just
wow.
keep going.
Okay.
We're running out of time.
I have a dream. True, false, or neither?
I have a dream?
Yeah. Do you have a dream?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, true.
Okay. I have had some hard times in my life. True, false, or neither?
True.
Yeah, let's say those are, yeah. Recently, I sometimes waste time, money, or food. Yes, no, or neither?
Waste?
Yeah. Recently, have you wasted
Neither?
time, money, or food?
Neither?
Neither?
Yeah.
Okay. I can hit a cockroach with a book. Yes, no, or neither?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to live alone. True, I don't want to live alone. False, I want to live alone on my own.
True.
Okay. I want to grow old. Yes, no, or neither?
Yeah.
I sometimes enjoy laughing at other people. Yes, no, or neither?
Yes.
I want to say, if you say no, you're in the wrong show, buddy. I prefer staying at home rather than going on a trip. Yes, no, or neither?
Neither. It depends on the trip.
So neither?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was Disneyland, I'd fucking go.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
It's you. I don't enjoy reading books. True, I don't enjoy reading books. False, I do enjoy reading books. Or neither?
I don't enjoy reading books, no.
So you don't?
Yeah, no.
So true.
How many
Okay.
fucking questions are there, bro?
I think we're getting close to the end.
Okay, because...
I have a plan for the future. Yes, no, or neither?
Yes.
Okay. I sometimes feel like singing. Yes,
Oh,
no,
yes.
or neither? Yeah, I was
Yeah.
saying. I'd rather live in the countryside rather than a huge metropolis. Yes, no, or neither?
Neither. I like suburbs.
What a bitch.
Right in between.
I am often fooled by others. Yes, no, or neither?
No.
Okay. I am very emotional. Yes, no, or
No.
neither? I can only be happy when I'm following my plan / everything's on track. Yes, no, or neither?
Neither.
Okay. I will never miss a deadline. Yes, no, or neither?
Neither. I'll never say never.
My gender, male, female, none of the above. It's a secret.
Male.
You are... Your mental age is 42. 15 years older and over worried.
Fuck you.
You were born in 1980.
Right on.
Yes. You wanna know what mine was?
I should have been Gen X, at the tail end of Gen X, basically.
Yeah.
Because I think millennials were 82 or something.
Yeah. You want to know what mine was?
What?
My mental age was 50.
Holy shit.
And I was sophisticated.
You were sophisticated?
I screenshotted it.
Well, I mean, you are taking care of an entire fucking household.
Your mental age...
ladies and gentlemen, Francisco basically is a farm
I'm an old soul.
owner with, like, no help besides his girlfriend. That's it. Like, his family doesn't fucking help him at all. They're just like, oh, yeah, let's ride the horse.
Yeah.
It's like, but I have to feed them, I have to water them, I have to do everything
If I
else.
really can't do it, then they'll help out. But
Yeah.
if I say, hey, I'm running late, and they go, are you
You
going
don't
to be
even tell
home
me
later?
about that shit, and I know that's a fact. I mean, based off of like how...
I mean, my family's not horrible.
No, I know, but they're not interested in taking care of animals and shit. But
yeah, I was 50, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I like older music. With Cisco and Josh. I'm Cisco.
And I'm Josh.
And this is About an Hour, where we give you your weekly recap in the news.
And in this corner.
Yeah. And we're going to start off with... so a few episodes ago, we talked about Vince McMahon and how he was paying some paralegal. And then he handed off to Johnny Laurinaitis. Well, some news came out. And what the hell?
What?
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Nothing.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, Vince McMahon agreed to pay, now they found out, they agreed to pay $12 million over the past 16 years to suppress allegations of sexual misconduct.
16 years?
And infidelity. 4 women, all formerly affiliated with the WWE, signed agreements with McMahon, who is now 76, that bar from them discussion their relationship with him. The Journal reported on Friday, citing people familiar with the deals and documents it reviewed. One of the non-disclosure deals involved McMahon and a former wrestler, where according to the Journal, he coerced her into giving him oral sex and then demoted her and ultimately declined to renew her contract after she resisted further sexual encounters.
Oh my God.
Further complicating the situation is that McMahon is well positioned to protect himself. He owns the bulk of shareholding voting power.
I feel like a lot of people that are in positions of power nowadays are just like Hugh Hefner wannabes.
Well,
I mean, think about it.
Here's the deal, and I think I don't know.
Was it the whole article?
Huh?
Was it the whole article?
Yeah. Well, I got some other things I want to branch out and talk about, but so there's more ladies. They have found out.
There's
more ladies, and then obviously one of them might be a wrestler, female wrestler. So when the first allegation came out, remember we talked about it. He came out and was like, "WWE's gonna be here forever, and this and that." And then what we didn't say is that then the following week, so it looks like he's stuck into this I now have how do I make my product bigger now that I'm not in the board of directors? Mm-hmm. So I'm still in
he's trying to build
the show. Now he's focusing on the wrestling shows.
Right, yeah. So
now he comes out again and goes next week we're gonna John Cena. So now he's bringing back John Cena.
So John Cena's been gone.
Yeah, he's been in Hollywood for a good while. So now
I thought he was still doing the thing like The Rock.
No, well yeah, kinda. He's become The Rock now.
Oh.
Where he goes to Hollywood, he's just Hollywood now, and it's here and there. I might come back.
I don't think John Cena's done their Disney tour yet. You know,
what do you mean?
Because all the action people are in order to make it big in Hollywood, you gotta be in a Disney movie. The Rock's been in 3.
Yeah.
Actually, he's been in 4 or 5.
What was it? Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, exactly. Tooth Fairy, Game Plan, Jungle Cruise, and I think a couple other ones.
So he brings back John Cena. So now he's brought back John Cena for one fucking night.
Okay.
And it's just
why?
Yeah. So now he's trying to boost ratings. He's trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do. So there was also a rumor that he said backstage, fuck them! Fuck them! I don't give a fuck what they're gonna say. Fuck them!
What, the board of directors?
All these allegations, Vince, you better be careful. And he's just fuck them! So now he's done that. So now he's brought him back, John Cena, for one night. Brock Lesnar is back.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar is now going to face Roman Reigns for the 7th fucking time. And everyone's we know how this is going to go. We're waiting for you to put a bigger, cooler match. They don't. It's pretty spear here, suplex here, F5, one or the other wins. Mm-hmm. So there's that. So now, the latest news that has come out as well is now they're going back to TV 14. So now, it just feels
So they're going to go more mature?
So yeah, so it's a weird shit that's going on because no one knows what the fuck is going on. These allegations are making things either wonky, and we don't know if it's for the good or for the bad.
Right.
So he has come out twice and just rambled and said he's going to bring John Cena. John Cena comes back for a day. Brock Lesnar is now on the thing. He's not a weekly guy, but he'll come out. So now, TV is now going 14. So, if anybody that knows of wrestling remembers in wrestling from the late 90s, early 2000s, WWE back in those days, or WWF, was TV 14, which was blood and swearing and kind of more realistic, even though some segments were pretty goofy, and the women were more scantily
clad.
Yeah, scantily clad. So it's just kind of one of those. But then we want to be for the children. No, the children. No, Daddy, buy me this. Oh yeah. That's Vince McMahon as a child.
That's what he sounded like when he was 14.
Yeah. So then they did that, and now this is a word now that they're saying starting this upcoming Monday, but I guess that's a rumor. We'll see. But I guess USA is the one that asked about that. We don't know how true that is. But now they're going TV 14. So who knows? Because I'm at the point where fuck yeah, if that's the case, we're gonna get that old kind of stuff that we all kind of kind of fell in love with at the same time. Mm-hmm. And it's going to look somewhat more realistic if they kind of bring in blood and shit in. But at the same time, it's even in PG, the writers have been garbage, and you get this goofy, laughable shit that's not very wrestling sports based. So how are you gonna, you know what I mean? Yes, there's more freedoms, but are the writers gonna take those freedoms into their advantage? So that's the deal. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but it just feels like every time these allegations happen, every time they're taking I don't know, throwing the reel out there to see what else they can catch and bring in.
Right.
So that's the deal. So moving on. We go into... Do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, like I said in previous episodes, I'm not really like into wrestling really anymore.
Well, you need to.
Well, it's... I don't have cable TV. I haven't had live TV since I...
just watch YouTube clips.
That's just been like a decade probably since I've had live TV. But, you know, if something big happens, like, oh shit, someone died. Like, remember that one dude?
Chris Benoit?
I don't know. He fell off like... Or he jumped off like a 2-story tower or some shit onto like the thing and like missed and killed, or he died. I don't know. It probably happened a couple of times, but it was like a big thing. It was like a Mexican dude, I think. But he died. Or maybe it was Asian. He could have been Asian.
Oh. You talking about back in the 90s?
Yeah. It was a while ago.
That was Owen Hart.
Sure. I don't know the name. I just know that it happened. So something like that happens again, then yeah, I'll be all over it. But, I mean, it's kind of like sports to me. Like
Rey Mysterio killed the Mexican wrestler.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
They were wrestling, and then he threw him on the ropes, and his throat hit the rope.
Oh, and it like...
He was going to sit over for that 619, and it threw it and it killed him. And then he 699'd him, and the guy just hang in there, like laid on the line. And then he knew something wasn't right. And then, yeah, there's a clip of it. It's pretty... Like, whoa.
It's like, oh shit,
obviously, he didn't really like kill him, but...
Yeah. This is choreographed and something just went wrong. Anyways,
we go into we got 3 topics in one. And I want to try to speed these up because they're pretty lengthy.
Okay.
But we got U.S. recession, inflation surges, and U.S. dollar / the euro. So the U.S. economy is falling into recession by next year. Greater... Fuck you. Are greater than 50%. Richard Kelly, head of the global strategy at TD Securities, said Monday, outlining 3 possible ways it could get hit. So rising gas prices combined with a hawkish Federal Reserve and a generally slowing economy are among the tripartite?
yeah, I think of like...
risks facing the world's largest economy right now, according to Kelly. The odds of a recession in the next 18 months are greater than 50%. Exactly when that downturn might hit is harder to predict, however. Kelly said the economy could slip into a technical recession defined as 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth as soon as the end of the second quarter of 2022. Analysis will closely watching the Bureau of Economic Analysis on July 20th for early estimates on that. So, I'm going to jump into inflation. Do you want to break these down or do you want to...
Well, we can go into inflation.
Okay.
The reason why is because the recession is going to be like a byproduct of the inflation.
Yeah, it's a sequel to
yeah.
So inflation. So the Labor Department said Wednesday that the Consumer Price Index, a broad measure of the price for everyday goods, including gasoline, groceries, and rents, rose 9.1% in June from a year ago. Prices jumped 1.3% in the 1-month period from May. Those figures were both far higher than the 8.8% headline figure and 1% monthly gain forecast by Refinitiv economists. It marks the fastest pace of inflation since December 1981. So-called core prices, which exclude more volatile measurements of food and energy, climbed 5.9% from the previous year. Core prices also rose 0.7% on a monthly basis, higher than in April and May, suggesting that underlying inflationary
Proud of you.
Fuck you. I even looked at you. I'm like, he's not gonna do it. Don't cuss him out. What does he do? Fucking do it. Pressures remain strong and widespread. Price increases were extensive. Fuck you. Quit laughing. Price increases were extensive, suggesting that inflation may not be near its peak. This is serious business. Stop laughing. This is serious. This is our economy. Energy prices rose 7.5% in June from the previous month and are up 41.6% from last year. Gasoline on average cost 59.9% more than it did 1 year ago.
Oh yeah.
And 11.2% more than it did in May. The food index climbed 1% in June as consumers paid more for items like cereal, chicken, milk, and fresh vegetables. There's more numbers, but I'm gonna jump it and go into, where'd it go?
The dollar. Well, while you're finding that, so basically, what the economists are saying is that because you have a perfect storm of people not spending a lot of money on things that they want rather than need, and the fact that the needs are going up in price by a crazy amount, like depression type shit, then you're going to enter a recession,
right.
And then this next part is also a huge issue.
So according to the European Central Bank, the last time the two currencies were equal was November 2002.
U.S. dollar and the euro.
And the euro. Since then, the value of 1 euro has exceeded the value of 1 U.S. dollar. At one point in 2008, just before the U.S. entered a recession, the value of 1 euro was equal to $1.58. Since February, the value of the euro has dropped over 12%. Europe has seen more severe economic impacts from the war in Ukraine, including a steeper increase in energy prices. In much of Western Europe, gas prices have reached more than $8 a gallon. That's all I got.
So in general, things in the United States are cheaper than the entirety of Europe. The reason why I say that is because a lot of manufacturing goods don't immediately go to Europe. It's usually like, let's see if we can buy it on a marketplace, and the marketplace is going to be in Taiwan, China, Japan type of shit. And usually the United States buys it first. And then we resell it or something like that. But the euro has always, not always, but it's usually 50% to 60% more expensive than a dollar. If you were to take a dollar in the United States and go to Europe and convert it to a euro, it would be worth... Your $1 would be worth about
couple cents.
It'd be like worth like 0.75 euros, because it's about 50% more. Yeah, something like that. I'll just say it'd be worth like 0.80 euros or something like that. It'd be something around there. I'm just guesstimating. But because of this, a euro's worth $1. Right, so it's an equal 1-for-1 conversion, and in some cases, in some days, it's actually worth less than $1. The U.S. dollar, it's not the most expensive currency in the world. It's definitely one of the higher ones, but it's not the most expensive. The British pound is worth more, I think, than the euro actually, and they're both European countries, but it's almost like the euro directly affects the pound, and the U.S. dollar is kind of like an independent type of thing.
Yes.
But it's shitty because if it happens with Europe, it happens to the rest of the world. It will happen to the rest of the world. Because the euro is such a widely used currency. It's something that's used in all of Europe. That's from Spain and Portugal all the way over to fucking, the Middle East, basically.
Yeah.
And that's where a large population of the world is like, probably 2 billion people live in Europe.
Yeah.
Right. But all that said, if we're just talking about the United States and concerned about the United States jobs, it's not helping that the fact that people are needing more money to support themselves while simultaneously everything is going up in price. So a lot of companies are starting to send work out to other countries that will work for cheaper. Outsource the work to like China. They've already been doing that for a long time, but China,
sweatshops,
Japan, Taiwan. They're doing it in India, obviously.
Yes.
They even started doing it in the Philippines because Philippines is not a super rich area.
Go to the Philippines, ha!
But yeah, what's going to end up happening? Okay, so I've been saying this for like 5+ years. The United States economy is not sustainable. We were built off of war.
Oh my god.
That's the way that we
Sure.
started. Okay, like literally, the United States was founded off of the fucking Revolutionary War. Okay,
Right.
and
He's going on one of the
it seems like the only way to support ourselves is through war. And have you noticed back when like Bush started the war in
Didn't that really sink us?
Huh?
That kind of sunk us.
No, it didn't.
It kind of.
No, it really didn't.
It kind of did.
It didn't.
It did.
We've been in the
Middle East for 30 years.
No, we
went in a recession because of Bush.
Desert Storm was back in the 80s.
Oh.
We didn't have the recession until
Bush are you talking about?
2000. I'm talking about George Bush Senior.
Oh.
Yeah, not Junior. But George Bush Jr. whatever started presidency in like 1998. I want to say. I don't really know.
Who?
Regular George
Junior?
Yes.
No.
It was Obama took office in 2008, right? So
yes.
and he was in office for 8 years, so it'd been 2000, right?
Yes.
I was right there. Calm the fuck down. Anyways, let's move on. Basically, all this shit that's happening
I don't know what you're talking
is
about, Josh.
unsustainable with the United States economy.
No, I don't know what you're talking
and
about.
there's no way to solve it.
I didn't ruin this country.
And then Biden's like, oh
Obama
yeah, let's
did
just
it.
print more money and get rid of the problem immediately, and then everyone else has to pay for it later. You know?
Hey, come on, man.
Come on, man. We need the money right now.
I didn't do that. I didn't.
Anyways.
It's Putin's fault. It's Putin's fault. And, Putin. And, now let me just tell you something, Joe. I just, first of all, want to we should all do a hashtag called #Thanks Putin. For lowering the prices on fuel lately. Because, it's Putin's fault.
It was
he did it.
What was it, like $4?
It wasn't me. Yeah, it's like $4.99, $4.89.
Right now, but it was like $5.30 or $5 something like that.
$5.60
Yeah, for regular, let alone.
Don't thank Putin. Thank me, Nick. No. #Thanks Putin. Everywhere. So moving on, we got a Phoenix restaurant buys its own lobster wharf in Maine. So, Angie's Lobster, a highly anticipated drive-through concept from the founders of Salad and Go, hasn't even opened a restaurant yet, and it already is taking measures to ensure menu prices don't go up. The company, which was founded by Tony Christofelis and his wife Roshan, has acquired a wharf on Bailey Island, about 2,300 miles away from Phoenix, and started a lobster processing operation in Maine. Christofelis said from day one he wanted his prices to be fixed $9.99 for a lobster roll meal. But with historically high inflation prices, he said one of the only ways he could afford to do that was by buying the lobster straight from the lobster man. Mm-hmm. That's all I got.
Cutting out the middleman. That's the way to do it. Mm-hmm. So actually, that restaurant opened up like right next to my house. Basically, I live in Tempe.
Oh, geez, is this where we're at? We're in Tempe?
Yes, of course we are.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
I thought we were in Guadalupe.
Wow. Oh, yeah, we are pretty close to Guadalupe. No, but anyways, it opened up on Baseline and Hardy. Next to the Taco Bell. Actually, it was a Taco Bell. It's funny. The Taco Bell...
Yeah, I'm not laughing.
The Taco Bell that's currently there was next door, and they moved and upgraded, and then the old Taco Bell... looked like a regular building, and then they fucking demolished it. Basically, they stripped it down to like bare bones to just wood, and they started doing the operation there. But it's been under construction for like 6 months.
Wow.
And they opened with a food truck type deal, probably about 3-4 months ago, something like that. Mm-hmm. And they basically had like a grand opening, like, oh my gosh, we're gonna do it. And everyone was expecting the restaurant to be finished by now, but obviously it's not. I went there for the grand opening. The food is good. It was basically like, think like lobster fingers, like hush puppies, but they're lobster with fries. And then their other meal is like a lobster roll, where it's just like a sub roll with like lobster bits in there. It's like 8 or 6 ounces of lobster for $10. Everything that I tried there was good. It was a little oversalted in my opinion, but it was good.
We got a food critic in.
Yeah. Check out my Google Maps profile.
Yeah, watch out.
And
he'll eat you to death.
The problem was that I don't know how it's gonna taste once they open up the restaurant. It could be worse, it could be better. I don't know. That's why it's shitty that they did it in a food truck. Because when they gave us the rolls, they took the lobster, because they're packaged individually as 6-ounce portions. They took the portions and put it right into the bun. The bun's barely even toasted. So when you put that wet lobster on the roll, it makes the roll wet. You know, have you ever had wet bread? It's not good. It's not tasty. And
Josh went to community college for like a year.
And the lobster
was everything about food.
And the lobster was not seasoned. It was just regular ass lobster. Now they do have.
You think you can do better?
Packet. Yes.
Then what are you waiting on?
They do have a sauce packet that you can put on the roll, and the sauce tastes great. It's like cane sauce from like Raising Cane's.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that. But instead of it being gravy based, basically it's like lobster or like seafood sauce. But it's good. I did like it, and I would go back.
Are you sure?
Yes.
After that horrible critiquing, you still like it?
Just because the bread was wet doesn't mean that's not something they can't improve on. They could just dry the meat and it'd be fine. You know what I'm saying?
But then nobody wants dry meat.
No, but you'd have dry meat and then you put the sauce on top.
Juicy, nice steaks.
Steak?
Juicy
lobster.
meats. Juicy seafood.
Yeah. Spiders of the sea.
Yum.
Yeah. Anyways, but I did like it. I'd go back. It's just. They haven't finished those. I thought they left.
That's not an invitation to Arizona.
Yes, no. I thought they left though because it's been sitting there like for like 2 months.
Well, hey man, come on! I raise everything up. You can't get gas. American people, you're all screwed because of me. I don't know what I'm doing. Moving on. What are you doing? Hurry up. Okay, moving on. So, I'm just going to read into it. So, Brandy Batone was driving in the HOV lane meant for at least 2 people per vehicle in Dallas, Texas. 2 weeks ago when she was pulled over by police. The officer noted that The officer noted there didn't seem to be anyone else in the car, but Batone had a retort. She was 34 weeks pregnant. He said, "Oh man, there's quotes. Let's do voices quickly.
Okay, all right. What do you want me to do?
I made list.
You made a list of.
Oh, I made a list.
Jesus Christ.
Should I do Jimmy Fallon?
Do you want me? You can be the cop and I can be the person, or what?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just do my voice, whatever that is.
Okay.
Like Minnie Mouse.
Okay. So,
pitter patter.
I'm gonna do Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think these are the right ones. Okay. Oh my God! Hey, it's so good to be here. Oh yeah. He said, is there somebody else in the car? And looking around, I said, oh wait, this is hard to do. Never mind. Yes, there. I'm just gonna read this as Jimmy Fallon. Yes, there is. And he said, well, where? I put it on my stomach and I was like, right here. Oh my God, it was right there. Oh my God. She told CNN on Sunday. He said, well, it's 2 bodies outside of the body, so that doesn't count. I was kind of in shock, and I was like, well, in light of everything that's happened, and I'm not trying to make a huge political stance here, but do you understand that, oh my God, this is a baby. That was a baby. I was just freaking out. We have Blake Shelton on today. Yeah.
That was good. Let's go back to the regular voice.
The interaction first reported by Dallas Morning News came days after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled there is no federal right to abortion and declared abortion rights can be determined by each state.
Yep.
Texas, like other states, led by conservative officials, has pushed to restrict abortion and has defined a fetus, or unborn baby, as a person in its penal code. Unfortunately for Batone, her reasoning didn't convince the officer on scene, and she said, he kind of just brushed me off and asked me to go to the other officer to get my citation, she said. The other officer said similar things and told her, honestly, if you go and fight this, I'm sure I'll get dropped. Quote, that boiled my blood, that not only did I get dismissed and didn't have a conversation about it, but I also now just wasted my time, and I'm going to have to waste my time July 20th finding a ticket that I feel I shouldn't have gotten. Sorry. Baton did not provide her own views on the Supreme Court's decision last month. Quote, "That's not really why I made the stance that I did," she said. "It just didn't make sense to me why two different laws were not speaking the correct way."
Yeah, so the way she put it, like,
here comes political rant by Josh.
And here we go.
Skip 45 minutes and we'll get to the next one.
So the way she stated or made her statement at the end didn't really make sense. I'll kind of say it.
Okay.
So she's basically saying, like, I don't understand why this law applies to this, but the same law doesn't also apply to this.
Well,
so it's basically saying, it's basically saying, if I can't abort a baby because Texas is heartbeat, just like Arizona, I think it's like 12 weeks. Let's just call it 12 weeks. If I can't abort my child if I can't abort the fetus after 12 weeks, then that and that's why you call it a life, is when it has a heartbeat. Then the life that's currently in me should also count as another person, right? Because they should have bodily autonomy at 12 weeks because it's their own life. So why am I getting a ticket if I have two lives in this car, right? And they never said anything about, it has to be outside of the body. They never made a lot about that. So she's making a valid point. It makes a lot of sense, and I stand with her because it's like, okay, if the state law wants to make it the state law, then you can't have it both ways. You can't say that the baby inside you is not, or you can't have it. You can't be driving the HOV lane if it's just you with the baby inside you. But also, I can't get rid of the fetus. It doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, the law should be lateral. It should be the same all the way across.
There has to be two people in the vehicle.
There is.
So
there was.
Yeah. So I'm not arguing with this, because in reality it makes sense. Yeah. You know, like, yes, this is a person in me, and it's growing.
And she also makes a valid argument for life insurance. You should be able to life insure a fetus if it's a life at the heartbeat, and if it dies, then you should be able to get the money from life insurance.
So we'll see how this goes on.
I like it. No, but this is perfect. This is a perfect real world example of like how this would work out.
Another 20 minutes. Here we go.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say that because it's
you said you were gonna make this funny. Where the fuck was the funny part?
Oh, we were gonna make it funny?
I don't know. You said you were. You said I don't want to do this for political.
She was also
reasons.
probably white. If she was black, she would have been shot. Was that good enough for you? There goes two of them.
Oh my god!
And Texas is like,
welcome to Texas. Oh man. I don't know what to say after that.
Yeah, that was.
I was gonna get a little like, but
I mean, what do you think? I mean,
I just think it makes sense. It makes sense to me. Like, if you're good, it's a person being growing in you, and you technically said specifically, you just need two people in the vehicle. So
yeah, and
it makes sense. I mean, she was just trying to question them,
right?
But I mean, I don't know. It sounds like if you're gonna get pretty, if conservatives. I have no other choice but to. Here's the deal. Okay. Conservatives, like Republican states and all that shit, they're gonna get detailed on it, and they're gonna clear a lot of the stuff. Sadly, you can't get that same outcome when it comes to liberals, because the big thing is, like, I don't know if you. I know I'm going off on something else, but they did this whole. There's a court somewhere going on in this country where they're asking college/university elitist.
Okay.
And they ask them, like, what is a woman?
Oh, yeah.
They define it. And they are just going around it.
Yep.
And just being like the typical, like, that's bigoted if you want to ask me that. We need to pander
to the right people.
And like, ask me another question, but not that one. And it's like... So, yeah. So when your conservatives that you hate will be reasonable, hopefully, and be in description of how many people should be in HOV lane, I believe the same should be done with liberal genderalism ideas of what is a woman.
They could also just create a new law that dictates specifically what counts as two people plus in an HOV. Because like, what if they say, well, what if they change the law to it being like, oh, you have to have three people in an HOV? It's like you can only be well, listen, you can only be in the HOV lane if there are 3 people, but if you're pregnant, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have 3 people in the car unless you have twins. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, well, that's 3 heartbeats, right? So I should be able to get in the HOV lane, that type of shit. And it's like, when does it become so like convoluted to the point where it's like this law shouldn't exist? Either the HOV should just be a regular lane, or
how many stupid things nowadays? I like this whole pronoun bullshit thing. Yeah. I'm not for it. Like, get over it.
Yeah,
you are what you are. It is what it is. Yeah. You can't be changing your gender on the spot. So if we're gonna do it on both, it's got to be both ends. But the world is so leftist now that it's like if you try to fight it, they'll get up on your ass about it.
I don't have an opinion on it. I just, if I'm having a conversation with someone and they tell me that they want to be called a certain way, then I'll just be like, fuck it, I'm not gonna have this argument. So I'll just call you whatever you want to be called for this interaction.
But my thing is when you walk up to somebody and you go, "Excuse me,"
if I assume that you're a male or female,
she told me over here, the lady over there, she told me, and they lose it over it. It's like the world doesn't evolve. And it's like, okay, well, I'm sorry, I don't fucking know you. Why should I? You know what I mean? Like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's another thing. When you're pandering and you make it a thing, I'm not going to know if you're a male or female until you tell me, right?
No one cares.
I'm just going to assume because of...
In reality, nobody really cares a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, the only people that care are the people that, like, want it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to use any bathroom that I want or something like that, right?
That's like saying, like, oh, I now specify as a dragon unicorn from the land of Haggadah.
Right.
And someone says, "Excuse me, sir," and I just lose it over you. Like, fuck you. I am a dragon unicorn from the land of Haggadah, and we classify as Unidrogs.
Unitrons.
Fucking bigot. How dare you?
Fucking bigot.
Fucking bigot. How dare you unclassify my unicorn dragon beliefs?
It's hilarious.
So, out by where I live, which is slowly growing into a city town.
You're welcome.
Which was once a nice rural area.
You're welcome.
I should hate you. I should hate you on it, but you're lucky we're best friends. But I'm not a fan of all the building out there.
Yeah, I know. Out in Little Mexico.
So now they are planning to build a 15 million cricket stadium in Buckeye. And some of you are going, "Oh, cricket wireless." And I'm here to tell you, no. It's not like the Verizon Wireless Arena or stadium. It's a cricket stadium, as in the sport, cricket, which no one in this country probably plays for the most part.
But $15 million, that's a lot of fucking money for a stadium. And how many people does it fit?
I'll get there.
Oh.
So a stadium certified for cricket will be coming to the West Valley. The Glendale-based development group, the Magnet Group, announced Wednesday plans to build a world-class cricket stadium in Buckeye. The 20,000-seat stadium would be the second ICC-certified cricket stadium in North America and sit on 30 acres just north of Interstate 10 on Miller Road. The proposed stadium would be called MG Cricket Stadium and cost about $15 million.
Oh my God.
Along with the cricket stadium, the complex would have a training facility, a state-of-the-art soccer field, 30 pickleball courts, and 2 championship courts. An additional 20 acres would be used to build an entertainment district, which would include a hotel, a parking garage, and shops. The sport of cricket is gaining popularity as USA Cricket recently partnered with American Cricket Enterprises to develop the first ever professional cricket league in the U.S. They hope it'll lead to the creation of Major League Cricket, which have teams across the country. The Magnet Group hopes MG Cricket Stadium will play a key part in creating the league. Quote, "There are limited places for cricket players and enthusiasts to play, as games have been played on baseball and soccer fields in recent years."
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say really fast. It sounds like what they're going to do is something like what they did in Westgate. And Westgate just barely... Westgate actually didn't even finish. They just kind of moved on. I'm not sure if you...
Like, we'll build an arena and then we'll build...
Yeah, let's build some shops centers and restaurants in that area and a lot of parking and leave halfway through it. Like, if you look around... the Westgate area, it's like a whole circle, right? And there's a stadium in the middle. That's where like the fucking Coyotes play or whatever. And then
not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. And then it's an AMC theater and like a bunch of other shopping places and little
shopping outlets.
Little things like that. But there's like 15 unused intersections. You know, like you drive a quarter mile and it's like an intersection where it's like the blinking red lights because it just stop.
Yeah.
And they built that expecting for it to be used like across the street and type of shit, and it never did. Westgate's been there for like what 15, 20 years. Have you been
out there?
Recently? No.
It's loaded.
They started building this shit?
It is loaded. It's loaded everywhere.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. They're still constructing shit still.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But they are building bungalows, hotels, more outlets, fucking
Jesus
anything
Christ.
and everything that can shove in there. And around it, like where Cabela's is, because I would say Cabela's and all those on the outline.
Cabela's is like one of the first ones.
They are shoving shit like crazy. On the other side of the stadium, which would be Bethany Home Road, they're building that Maytel World.
What's that?
It's an amusement park based off Maytel toys. So it's going to have like Maytel. Mattael.
I think I've heard of it before.
So they've got like, I guess it's going to be like the characters are going to be like Thomas and Friends and like...
Oh, like Thomas the Train
Some
Engine.
other fucking shit. Hot Wheels.
All the autistic
like
people
that.
are going to want to go there.
So they are shoving shit like crazy in that whole little district right there.
Yeah.
So it's growing. You're going to be living over there. We'll try to go
in Westgate? No, I'm not. Oh, you mean like...
Well, over there by me.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
So but try to go there more
new
often.
one, I can't imagine it being massive because it's a cricket stadium.
The stadium?
Yeah.
Well...
It's a cricket stadium and soccer field, you said? So, like, how popular is that really going to be? You know? But it sounds like a 20-year project, you know?
I don't think so.
At $15 million for just the stadium and then, like, the surrounding area and shit. What they'll probably end up doing is using the land that they bought and paid for the stadium for, and then pay off the everything with the surrounding business. You know, like they might end up charging for parking, for example.
So, do you know what cricket is?
Yeah, it's like that paddle ball.
Yeah, it's
thing.
a ball. It's a bat and ball game played between two teams of 11 players, each on a field at the center, in which a 22-yard pitch was with a wicket at each end, each comprising two balls balanced on 3 stumps.
Sure. It's kind of like lacrosse mixed with
baseball.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Golf baseball.
Something.
And then just real quick, because I was wondering, like, where is this popular in? India is number 1, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. So I love to go down to Buckeye to go play the cricket game. I love the cricket game.
Cricket should be a English sport, right?
Well, it's popular in India.
Well, I don't doubt it. India is also one of the largest consumers of whiskey.
Fuck, they drive out to fucking Buckeye so far, but I fucking love cricket so much. This beats calling people and scamming them.
Excuse me, sir. I am out here alone. I need some help.
So, real quick.
That's what it's supposed to look like?
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Like a CGI.
So you'll have, I'm assuming, the cricket stadium's in the top.
Oh, that's tiny. Or it looks tiny.
Well, 30 acres.
Yeah, but like, look at the parking.
Well, yeah. But it's the cricket stadium is at the top. The pickleball is going to be in the middle. And I'm assuming the soccer field, or whatever the fuck that is going to be on the bottom. It's a 3-layer type of thing.
That looks weird. It does look like there's
because it's something we're not used to.
It does look like there's 2 soccer fields, like, side by side.
To be honest, though, all the old fucks in Sun City are going to be rushing over there to play pickleball every fucking day. Watch.
It's like the new golf.
They love fucking pickleball. Every time you go through an old town fucking thing, you're like, pickleball tournament. I'm like, pickleball's stupid.
So, question. So you're saying this is 20 acres right here?
This is 30.
This is 30 acres.
Yeah, but if you notice, there's a little stretch back there that they showed you. I'm assuming that's
going to be where the shopping shit is?
I don't know where it's going to be.
Because, like, there's nothing over here, right?
Well, as far as we know, that's just what the plans for the stadium.
You know, honestly, this might just be like a front for like a drug company or something.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, we just need to, funnel a bunch of money into something.
Something stupid.
And, yeah.
Are we doing the next one?
Oh, yeah, we can go on.
The referee one?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Speaking of sports, though.
Huh?
Speaking of sports.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of sport. Now we go from cricket to referees. So, a referee shortage in youth sports blamed partly on verbal abuse from coaches. Detroit, Michigan. Longtime referees in different youth sports say there's an expectation for referees to be perfect. Parents want their child to excel, and coaches are under pressure to win. Sometimes, they say, referees become a scapegoat. Quote, Instead of beating on the glass and screaming at them, parents maybe gotta take a step back, end quote, said Perry Paterli, who is with the USA Hockey Officiating Program. Paterli says the numbers of teen and preteen referees is on the decline. Prior to the pandemic, he said the program had roughly 4,000 registered officials. They're now down to about 1,700.
Oh my God.
For the most part, it's getting to the point where youth used to think that it was a good way to make a few extra dollars. Better than flipping hamburgers. If I may say that. It was a good way to do that. But again, with all the yelling and abusing that they get, it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And that word, holy shit, what happened? Hold on, I lost my place.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, yes, oh no. Oh. I found it. Oh, here we go. It was a good way to make a few extra dollars, better than flipping hamburgers, if I say. Anyways, it was a good way to do that. But again, with all the yelling and abusing that they get, it's not worth it. And that word gets to his friend or her friend, and his friend or her friend won't join because of that, said Foligno, Michigan State referee administrator. It's that treatment that has an impact. For the most part, we have a young referees, young in age, and just think about it. If you go out in the field and you make a call and 50% of the people don't like that call and they start yelling at you, you may be thinking about it, that particular call, and not think about what's coming up next. Said Foligno, it's a created domino effect. Foligno says it's a cultural shift that needs adjusting. So I'm going to say something here.
You said a referee. That's for what?
In general.
Okay, well, so there's like umpires. Is it like umpires as well? Because they're technically the referees.
Well, no. Well, whoever makes the calls between two teams, yeah.
And is it like young people?
So,
or is it just
a lot of young folks will do the job.
Like 18-year-olds?
Yeah, 18 to 30, 40, whatever, you know, right?
Oh, so it's just people in general.
Yeah, but a lot of young kids, instead of like flipping burgers, they'll do like these youth games.
Yeah.
And play referee. But
right,
you'll
like
always have the parents that like,
type of shit.
That's a douche call, my little Timmy. How fucking dare you?
You're only 18 years old. What do you know?
Fucking dumb fuck. Couldn't you fucking see that? That was a shitty call.
Could you imagine being like just an 18-year-old on like just doing a summer job and you make a reasonable call and then a bunch of Karens and Chads start yelling at you?
Yeah.
Like,
and this is what needs to happen. I really, really, really believe this needs to happen. But there needs to be some kind of verbal freedom for people who are employed to yell back at customers or parents or employees. Or I mean, anyways.
Well, people are starting to do that now.
So here's the deal.
You know?
A lot of people get afraid because, oh no, I have to be respectful. I have to be polite. All this and that. And they're just, you're a cunt. You're a bitch. You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing here because I think I'm just on top of the world. But in reality, the people you're yelling at fucking would lash out on you and call you the worst fucking things. But to keep their fucking job, they shut their mouths and try to be polite. And I think that needs to come to an end.
Yeah, I do too.
I think if they treat any you job like shit, fucking run them over.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I'm here to help you. So
run them over.
Without my job, you wouldn't be here, right?
So
like, you wouldn't have your fucking burgers in the morning or your sausage McMuffins in the morning if I wasn't working here. You wouldn't have your houses built. You wouldn't have anything because you're a consumer. You need someone to do the work for you to consume. So stop fucking yelling at me.
So
you know?
The problem with that is, so if a call was done right, fuck it. It was done right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you get up on their faces and you start fucking calling them shit, they got the right to do that. Now, McDonald's workers, like you just brought up, I can understand a mistake. But a lot of people's work ethics are really trashy now.
Well, yeah, I
like
say so too.
You used to work at McDonald's,
there's no reason to keep a job if you are getting underpaid, underappreciated.
So here's the deal. So, and I really believe this. If your work ethic is garbage, you need to be let go.
Okay.
Simple as that. Like, your work ethic needs to be let go. Now, if you're working hard, and then a customer comes up to you and like, oh, fuck you, you're blah, 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 because, I'm in a hurry. Fuck you, that's not my fault that you're in a fucking hurry.
Yeah.
If you were in a hurry, you wouldn't have fucking stopped here. So fuck you. That's all that needs to be done. And the employer, all he can do, like a manager or something, come up and what happened? Well, she called me this and I fucking lashed out. Well, ma'am,
You're
best
banned
we
from the
can
store.
best we can do is give you a refund or something. But in reality, like, you deserve to get yelled at like this.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
And then she yells at them, and it's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
I'm
just
gonna
get
call
the
police.
fuck out at this point. We don't want you, you fucking cunt.
It's like,
And then she's like, what? How dare you?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, keep acting like a cunt, and we'll keep calling you cunt. So
honestly,
door, bitch.
there's been, you know what I love? I love when boomers, specifically boomers, call millennials and Gen Zers entitled, because they're the only ones that will actually lash out at people doing their jobs. If you've noticed. Have you seen someone my age or your age go up to Taco Bell or you have seen someone?
Yeah.
Who?
I was say Gen Zs are up there with fucking
boomers.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Doing the same thing. Like, why is my meal taking so long?
Yeah, they're more repulsive. I think is what, like, a old person would kind of get in your face and shit and be like, look at this and look at that and this me and me and me and me and me.
Yeah.
And Gen Zs are more like, I think they're just more vulgar. They think they got more authority for some odd reason. It's just because you were born in technology doesn't mean you're fucking shit, you fucking little twat.
I've personally never seen that in the places that I've been. So maybe we have different experiences, but every time that I've seen someone get mad at someone, it's always been an old person, anywhere between the age of like 40 and like 65 type of shit. It's always been right there in the boomer age. And, I mean, it is what it is, but I really feel like since those types of people are acting that way, it's going to end up being some type of diagnosable, like, mental illness. Like Karen. Like, Karen's actually might have a illness where they think something happened, and now their brains they can't comprehend something not going their way. That
it's
type
like
of shit.
pathological liars. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's a
they
diagnosable
lie,
thing.
but they believe their lies. So as much as you want to call them out on
they can't
it,
help themselves from lying.
yeah,
too.
but you know what I mean. If they tell you a lie,
It's like,
prove them that.
oh, what's the color of this box? And it's like, oh, that's yellow. What do you mean? That's yellow. It's a yellow box. It's like, no, this is brown. It's like, yeah, but it's yellow.
But then they'll probably be like, no, it is a yellow, because if you look at it, it's a darker, really close to dark, really shade of yellow, which looks like brown, but it's really not. It's yellow.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like
they'll really try to convince you that it's yellow.
They make their lies seem so like reasonable.
And then you think you're crazy because they're crazy.
That's like, and then we're all crazy around here. It's like your blood, I guess, too, in Transylvania. Come on down. We change colors with blood. Ladies and gentlemen.
That doesn't make your voice any... Okay, there you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for a Florida song.
Oh, shit.
I thought you were going to push a button. Well, I was expecting a crowd, but all right.
Oh.
Baby, hop in my Jeep and let's ride around the swamps in Florida. Yeah, you and I will sing you a song out in the creeks, yeah, Florida. By the way, you're the best cousin I ever slept with, yeah, Florida.
That was an incest joke there at the end, in case you missed it. But why would it be Florida instead of like Alabama or like Arkansas or something?
They all fall in that same perspective.
That's fair. They're all in the like South.
Bunch of swamp fucks.
Basically, if it's like east of Texas. Well, yeah. But if it's like, well, actually, it's Texas too. But I'll say East Texas and
East of Louisiana, I think, is when it gets kind of hillbilly.
And then like south of like Virginia, probably that whole area right there.
So,
bunch of cousin fuckers.
She was the best woman I ever slept with, and I slept with the town whore. Wow. Oh.
If you bet your wife
your son's
at
eye
a family
is
reunion, you might be a redneck.
Yeah. Your son's eyes, they're droopy there, Bill. Yeah, my cousin is from Mo.
Dude, you know what I've been seeing a lot on TikTok? When people with like fucked up like... Oh shit. Like fucked up like features. Like they have like pterodactyl hands. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen a lot.
It's wild. I was like, oh my god.
I'm seeing a lot of that lately, like videos of like, when incest got taken too far. It's like, and it's like, why are we like fascinated with inbreds right now? They'd be like, this family, I think I saw one on TikTok, like, this family has only been inbred to its own kind for the last, like, something years.
Yeah, like 60 years.
And there was one where I think some guy comes up and like, oh, I'm looking for somebody. And the mom was like, oh, you're out here. And the guy comes out and I guess all he does is and the guy's like, does he not talk? Or something. I'm assuming they're British. It's always British people like come here to interview you inbreds. Which one of you is like Thomas or something?
And he barks.
And they're like, I'm sorry, what did he say? There's Thomas wrong there. Thomas.
Does they talk like that?
Huh?
They talk like that in England?
Somewhere.
I feel like that would be like
South,
Louisiana or...
somewhere in the South.
Okay.
And it was just like, does he not know how to talk? They just talks and barks. It's like, what the fuck? Now, obviously, there was no clip of this, but if there was, I would die laughing. But that's kind of how he described it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, fascinating.
Inbreds.
When you bred too much to your own kind, you turn into a dog.
Did you know that actually not most, all monarchs in Europe, in like early Europe, were inbred?
Yeah.
That's how they call it pure blood royalty.
Yeah.
Was inbred, and a lot of Russian czars were inbred. Like it was really bad. I'm pretty sure French was bad too.
Ancient Egypt,
yeah.
Tutankhamun.
Yeah, Tutankhamun was like portrayed as this like amazing person. He was actually like he couldn't breathe.
Shriveled up, fucked up, infected leg.
There's a lot of like if you've ever seen like infographics, for example, they did a couple of those British, French royalty type shit, and it tells you like what things they had.
There's I know we're going off topic here, but it's the last one. We'll get to it.
Okay.
But there's I don't remember who does it, but there's a thing on YouTube, and it breaks down like families.
Yeah, family trees.
Family tree, and it'll be like
Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, and it'll be like like this is where it come. Like it'll drop down like 3, and then it'll go back up to like the uncle, or the dad,
because they fucked them and have a kid,
and then this branch will have.
And they're over here now. They drop down,
and they'll come back over here, and it's like, whoa!
This one fucked their mom. This one fucked their dad.
Yeah, and it's just like, and then this one decided to sleep with both sisters, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So,
and when you think of like what's it called?
It makes sense.
Shakespearean
how
plays.
They would think about it, but
when you think of Shakespearean plays and that big one where like he tries to he fucks his mom or something like that. He like kills his dad to fuck his mom. I think that was like Othello or I don't remember. I've
heard of something like that.
It was like it was something like that. But that's not too far off from what was actually happening at the time because Shakespeare was the 1500s. That was Renaissance.
Yeah,
that's what was going on during that time. So, anyways, let's
fuck my mom or not to fuck.
That is the question.
I will go to hell either way. All right, and that has been your Shakespearean for today. This happened in Flagler County, Florida. It's a video from Florida Highway Patrol. Appears to show. I'll say. I'm gonna read it like that.
The fucking rooster from
Foghorn Leghorn. I said Chairman Joe Mullins being pulled over while speeding in a red Ferrari. A trooper stopped him on an Interstate 95 at the patrol dash cam video captured their exchange. Hey, look, so 92 miles per hour is 22 over the speed limit, okay? The trooper explains. Normally I get warnings, I get breaks, but it looks like you've been writing a warning already. So I do issue the citation. With that being said, it's going to be a payable within 30 days. This happened back in June. As the trooper explained the citation, Mullins cuts him off to say he knows how the process works. Mullins. Just you porky pig. I run the county, so I know how that works. That's not it, but
that's all, folks.
Yeah, that's all, folks. You run the county? Yeah, I'm the chairman of the county commission.
Was that Bobby Boucher?
Huh?
Is that Bobby Boucher?
No, Bobby Boucher, but yeah, I am the chairman of the county commission.
That's better, yeah.
Hey, my mama told me. I think I'm from Louisiana too. I mean Florida. Anyways, the trooper continues to explain the citation, saying he didn't want any miscommunications. Mully is then seen speeding away. Fox 35 reached out to the commissioner for an explanation of what he meant by his statement. We have not yet received a reply. So, this is a example of when you think you're high and mighty and you got a red sports car and you think you're hot shit, and then the law catches up to you. But then you say, "Well, I am the law."
Yeah, he's in the county that he technically runs.
He should have said after that, "Well, I enforce it, pal. See you in court, you bitch."
I mean, and that's the thing, though. That's what happens with everyone who's in the justice system. It's always some different rule than what everyone else is held up to, like a standard. You know, like there's military standards and then there's civil standards, right?
Yeah.
In military standards, you can get brought to military court and you can be put in military jail. But in civil standards, it's all should be the same. If you're a cop and you break the law, you should go to a civil court and get civil, what do you call it, like fines and shit. That's how it should work. But because you're a cop or because you're a circuit court judge or because you're whatever, you get lesser punishments whatever because you are a civil servant.
That's right. That's just like,
and it's like, that's not fair.
If you did some kind of drug trafficking,
and
you murdered somebody, and you're just a regular Joe, CIS will come and check on that shit. If you were in the Navy and you killed somebody, and CIS will come and do that.
Yeah, which is fair.
I learned that working in CIS.
But if you're a judge and you get pulled over in your own county and they try to, give you a ticket. How does that work? You never even hear about shit like that. It's almost like, oh, well, I'm just going to throw this out because I'm the judge.
It's going to
be swept under the rug. Like, no one's going to hear about it. And the police and the cop that pulled you over will probably get fired.
How do you feel about women get away with things?
I hate it.
I fucking hate it, too.
I don't hate it.
And I hate the most part because women are like, oh, we get mistreated and all this shit. I know, we're going on a different thing here, everybody, but... I'm so fucking tired. Guys abuse this and guys do this to me and, judge me and, they just, there's always an excuse for, the horrible. And
then it's like, man, this will be a $350 ticket.
But it's like, let me squeeze my titties here. Is it? How about a date, officer? Or, hey,
I'll give you a date. June 11th.
See you in court, you slut. I'm not fucking make you look like shit.
Hey, guess what? The judge is gay.
That's the thing that pisses me off. That women we're violated. Oh, we're offended. Oh, we're attacked. All this shit. But it's like you get into. Let me put it to you this way: if you want a lot of likes on the internet, you get in a bikini and dance around. Boom! Your looks have automatically made you famous. If you want to get out of things, show your fucking tits or fucking look hot or say something sexy and you'll win them over. If you want free drinks, you fake woo them and then you ghost them. So it's just so annoying that it's like, we want equality rights. And it's like, you already got the upper hand in today's world. So don't be saying, we want this too. No, but you got... Guys can't pull that shit.
I mean, you could be gay.
A guy pulls out his dick, he's going to jail automatically.
Yeah.
No matter how hung he is, he's going to fucking jail.
Yeah, I know about the ticket, but have you seen this?
Yeah, I know. And guys see women do sexy shit. Here's the other thing. Women are like, oh, I don't want to be, what's it called? I don't want to be seen as an object, right?
And then they use their body.
And then they'll start wearing crop tops and short shorts with their asses hanging out. It's like... A guy ain't gonna help you stare at that, but what's your excuse? Well, I don't want to be seen that way. Then why are you dressed that way?
So this is what I'm gonna say about that. You can dress however you want. Women can wear nothing if they want to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And so could guys.
Right.
But how other people look at you is not their fault because you're fucking naked or something.
Yeah,
right?
You're dressed that way.
Have you seen art? Have you seen art, people women that are topless or whatever, and they are wearing whatever type of art thing they're trying to do? It's let's see how many people stare at me or whatever, and it's
you brought the attention. You're bringing in the attention. You want that reaction from others.
Yeah, and it's I get if you want to just dress the way that you want to dress, you want to feel sexy, right?
Right,
but. If you feel sexy, there's a good chance someone else is going to think you're sexy also.
Exactly.
So you're going to get stared at. right? And that's not going to be their fault if they stare. Now, if they do something about it, like if they try to like grab you and shit, that's a different story.
Yeah, that is a different story. I agree.
But look, don't touch type of shit, you know. Anyways,
and quit acting like
that was a big fucking branch that we took. But
yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, no, that was I like that episode. It's a good episode.
This episode
brought to you by
18
Bark.
Brought to you. Oh yeah, that's right. That's about it. Yeah, brought to you by incest to Bark. That's about it, everybody. That's all we got. But this has been about an hour with Cisco and Josh. I'm trying to close it the best way possible, but I don't know how to word it right.
Yeah, we'll just have to work on that.
Yeah.
We also probably need some type of background music. I was thinking, like, just to like.
By the way, this show is brought to you by no commercials yet until we sell out.
Yeah, until we get
a good one. Unlike some people, other fucking.
I said it before and I'll say it again. If we get like some type of contract where it's like $1 million, and be like, sorry guys, this is all the fucking commercials.
Not about another podcast, but I've heard others, and we have a sponsor. Our sponsor's Anchor.
Yeah,
and it's like, no.
Well,
like,
I mean, so we use Anchor. We use Anchor to do our show.
They don't sponsor us,
but we don't. Personally, if I'm going to sponsor something,
Josh
it's something
is cheap, man. He makes everything free.
if I'm going to sponsor something, it's something that A, I'm going to get paid for, and B, it's something that like I really like. Like I will sponsor the shit out of a lot of local businesses that I go to.
Manscaped, we're talking to you.
Who?
Manscaped.
Oh yeah, right.
Rock Auto.
I've never used Manscaped, but I've heard they're good.
Blue Chew.
So
what's all the other ones that you hear keep coming? Rock Auto, Manscaped, Blue Chew.
What the fuck's Rock Auto?
It's a fucking auto part company on the internet.
Sure.
What's the other one? That
Newegg is a good one. Yeah. Amazon.
So
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so until that day happens, we are commercial free. No ads here. Anyways, this has been about an hour with Cisco
and Josh,
and this is brought to you by Freedom.
Bye.
By Freedom. Sure. Okay. Just kidding. It's brought to you by Fish Eggs. They put it in tapioca pudding. And you can always find us on Facebook. Why are you looking at me like that?
Tapioca pudding.
Yeah, something random. We should just do that. This show's brought to you by...
No, this show is brought to you by Francisco's chicken and duck breeding hatchery.
My God, don't call it that. It sounds like I own a puppy mill or something.
They put these animals in cages and they fuck every day and pop out eggs and they lay the eggs and I sell ducklings.
Have a good day, everybody.
No, wait, hold on. We're on YouTube.
Oh.
We're on Facebook. We are on Twitch. We are on Spotify.
Reddit.
We are on TikTok as well with our best of clips on there. Find us at about an hour 60 or about an hour Cisco and Josh. Depends how you find it.
Yeah. What's Cisco and Josh?
And that's it, everybody. Wow, this is the worst closer I think we've ever done.
It's fine. It's whatever. People know us.
We're back. I think that's what it is. We're just back. Hey, for the record, real quick, I just want to really clear up. I know we're going over to the limit. There was a week we missed, and we never really cleared it out.
Oh, yeah.
So we were actually going to have a guest that week, but something went shitty in the audio where we could barely hear. So it looks like we took a hiatus. We did not.
Yeah.
We try to be on top of this every day, every week. So if we lost somebody, tell them we're back. And we came back with a different guest. But we're back. Good night, everybody.